Hello everyone, welcome in case series 7 and today is a very special topic. We will cover Lambda, the brand new function and the recursive use of Lambda. I am Saurabh Jain and I welcome you on behalf of bi-analytics.org, Business Intelligence and Digital Transformation. When we talk about Lambda, we always know that we can create custom functions with the help of Visual Basic application for Excel. But yes, now we can create user-defined functions without VBA also. And the magic is done with the help of Lambda. And when functions are created, you can reuse them again and again in the worksheet. So that is the miracle of Lambda. When we talk about functions, we have an input parameter and we have calculations based on the parameter and we will get the output. So what I want to tell you is that whenever there is a function, we have to give some input for the calculation, and based on that input, the calculation is performed to give the desired output. Let's understand with example. Say we have a function is equals to x square. So whenever x will be 3, x square will become 9. If x is equals to 4, the value will become 16. So what I want to tell you is that x is a parameter and x square is a calculation. Fine. X is a parameter and x square is a calculation. So let us begin the use of Lambda function. First of all, we need to define the function. Then we will test the function. We will name this function and then we will use it by calling the function. So let's start our Excel and dive into this magical Lambda function. See, so first of all what I'll do is I'll write is equals to Lambda Lambda bracket open. Now it says parameter and calculation. So our parameter is say x and calculation is x into x. Fine, this is a variable. Now I'll close the bracket. As soon as I'll close the bracket, it will give an error, but it will ask for testing. Let's see. Here comes the error. Fine. But if you want to test it out, say for value 6, I'll open the bracket and put 6 over here. So this will give the answer 36. So what we have done, we have made a Lambda function is equals to lambda bracket open x comma x into x bracket close and testing the value with the help of 6. So we have defined the function, we have tested the function that our value is correct. Now let's name this function so we can use it anywhere. What I'll do is we'll just remove this 6 testing part and we'll copy the entire Lambda. Control C. Now what we need to do is we'll go into formula tab and here is name manager. Fine. Now we'll create a new name and in this we'll put the reference to the same formula. Control V paste. We have done this thing. Now we'll name this formula. Say we can name it with the help of SQUARE square. Fine. Let's click on OK. So we have created a function square. Now if I use it, say I say 5. Now I say is equals to SQU. So here we have a custom function and bracket open and we'll get this thing. So here comes the answer. So we have learned how to write a custom function. Let me recall. First of all, we write the is equals to lambda bracket open. I given the first parameter x because it was only one parameter needed. If we needed 2 parameters, we have given x comma y. Fine. And then we wrote the formula, the calculation part, x into x. Fine. Now I have a question. I want you all to write a Lambda function for area of triangle. We will take base and height as the input parameters and formula will be half into base into height. So you have to write a Lambda function for them. Hope you will be able to write. You will write is equals to lambda bracket open L comma B comma 1 by 2 into L into P. That will be simple. Then you will test it with the help of two values. Then you will put it into name, and after putting into name, you have to use it by calling the function. Fine. Hope you will be able to do it. I'll wait for your comments that yes, we have written a lambda function for area of triangle. Let's move ahead. We talked about lambda function. Now we'll talk about recursive lambdas. Now what are these recursive lambdas? Recursive lambda means calling a function within the same function. And this is very interesting thing of programming. When I'm teaching you visual basic applications and we are teaching you logics. So if you want to develop logics, how loop works, how these functions work, I will request you that you start learning VBA, and that is very interesting. It gives you an opportunity to develop logical skills. Coming back to recursive lambdas, it is like calling a function within a function. Let's take an example. See, I want to calculate sum of squares of n terms. What does this mean is 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus up to x square. So when I put a value of x, it will give me 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. So see, if it is for x is equals to 3, what I would like to know, 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. Or we can write reverse also, 3 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. Fine. So this is the next recursive function we will try to do it. Fine. So what we need to do is first we need to understand how the function works, and I'll give you a logic how we can write a lambda for sum of squares. So let's start. I'm sure this will be a logical thing. You have to understand the logic and concept, but you will be able to do it once you try to understand what I am doing. So let's start. Fine. Let's move into new sheet. So let's start by writing a lambda. So what we need to do is we need to write a lambda. So let's start. So I say is equals to LAMBDA lambda, bracket open. We need to write a parameter. So parameter will be x, comma. Now what we need to do is we need to first of all two things. We need to do x square. Fine. So first of all let me write x into x. So this is the parameter calculation, first part of calculation, x into x. But we need to again calculation. So we will again call this lambda such that the function name will be sum underscore square. So I say plus. Now I rename this function as sum sum underscore sqr, bracket open. Now I say because I have done the x square part, I want to do the x minus 1 part. Why? Because if we start with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so every time we have to subtract 1 for adding. Fine. So I say sum square x minus 1. Fine. So this is our formula. But one thing is that we also like to check when to stop, because 5 minus 1 is 4, then 4 minus 1, 3, 3 minus 2 is 1. We have to do it until the x is greater than 0. So we'll write the if else formula as well. So I say in the starting point, if bracket open x is greater than 0, comma, calculate this x into x plus sum square of like this. Fine. So this will solve our purpose. This is for 1, and now again this is for lambda. So this is our lambda function. This we have done. So let's copy it out. Control C. Right now we cannot test it because we have user name sum underscore square. So when we are using sum underscore, first of all we need to make sure that we define it into our name system. So let's go into name manager, formulas, and go into, let me escape first. Now go into formulas and let me go into name manager. Fine. Now add a new name. Let me put the value. Control V. Now I have to write the same name, sum sum underscore sqr. Now let me say OK. Now this is ready. Now I'll close this out. Now let's write something. Say this is 3. Now I say is equals to sum sum we have this formula sum underscore square, bracket opens, and now I say 3. Let me close. So here comes the answer 14. So what we have done is we have used a recursive lambda. Let's try to understand again what we have done. Let me write for you now. So what we have done is that we have called a function x for squaring out. Fine. And after that we have called it to square again for x minus 1. And it continues until x is greater than 0, because we don't want to continue after say 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So this is the logic we have used. Let me try to show you in the notepad for better visibility what we have done. So this is a lambda function. Lambda, first of all, parameter is x. Then I said if x is greater than 0, we need to do x into x plus sum of square x minus 1. So every time we are calling the same function sum underscore square within the function with the help of minus 1 parameter. So first will be the parameter say 5, then it will be 4, then it will be 3, then it will be 2, then it will be 1, and it will continue until x is greater than 0. And like this we are able to use it out. I will share the same Excel file on the link so you can download that and you can test yourself. Fine. Hope you are able to understand. Let me close this. Fine. So this was like this. So now I can say I can write 4, 5, and I can just drag this to give the various answers. Fine. So this was sum of squares. So once again, function was fx is equals to 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. So what we need to do is I reverse it out. 3 square plus 2 square 1 square. We have to do until x is greater than 0. So it was 1. So it solved our purpose. So this is the use of recursive lambdas. Fine. Let's take another example. Calculate sum of digits. See, I have a number 123 as an example. So what will be the answer? 1 plus 2 plus 3. So we have to again calculate it with the help of recursive lambda. I want to make a new recursive lambda for this. So how we can do it? First of all, we need to understand the logic. We have to extract last digit 3 and pass 12 again in the function. So every time we have to extract the last digit and pass into the function to find the next last digit again, and we have to keep summing it out. Okay, so now extract last digit 2 and pass 1 in the function. Fine. So continue this until the last digit becomes 0. Let's see how to extract the last digit. Divide the number by 10 and store the integer part. So if I divide 123 by 10, answer will be 12.3. Fine. But integer part will be 12. Fine. So when we divide 123 divided by 10, we get 12.3 and integer part is 12. So multiply again the integer part by 10. So if I multiply this 12 by 10, I will get 120. So if I minus 123 minus 120, I will get the 3. 123 minus 12 into 10 is equals to 3. So like this we can do it. So I need to write a recursive formula to understand this. How can we do it? Hope you are able to understand. What I want to tell you is we have a number 123. Fine. So if I want to, our objective is to extract the last digit. So I divide it by 10. When I divide 123 by 10, it is 12.3. But I take only the integer part and I say 12. Fine. So now if I again multiply 12 by 10, it will be 120. So 123 minus 120 will give you 3, and this is the last digit. So every time I pass a parameter which is the number, it will give the last digit. So and I will sum all the last digits and this will give the answer. And every time I have to parameter, I have to 123. Next time I'll give 12 and next time I'll give 1. So it will calculate for us. So let's write a recursive lambda for sum of digits. This will be quite interesting programming logic. I know that understanding a logic will be a little bit tough. If you know the logic, you can implement into the formula. So logic understanding is important, but right now we are trying to understand how recursive can help you out. Fine. So let's start. Back to our Excel file. Let me open another file. So what I need to write is, now I have to write a recursive lambda, sum of digits, right? So first of all, I will write is equals to LAMBDA lambda, bracket open. Our objective is to find the sum of digits of a number. So first of all, say pass it a parameter x. Now we have to do calculations. Now calculation is what? We have to first divide the number by 10, integer part of it, and subtract it. So what we need to do is, like 123 minus 120 we have to do. Fine. What we need to do is 123 minus 120, which means comma. Now I have to apply x minus bracket integer part bracket x by 10. So this is 12 and again multiply by 10. So this is my x into x minus. So this has become the 3. Fine. But we have to add it again. So I say plus, and now I will use a recursive formula. So I say sum digit, SUMDIGIT, sum digit, bracket open, and this time I will pass the value, say integer x by 10. So when it will be 123, it will pass as 12, bracket close. This has been done. But what we need to do is, we also need to write the condition until x is greater than 0. So I'll write a if formula also in between. If bracket open x is greater than 0, comma, then keep doing this thing for us. Fine. So let me put a again bracket in the end. So this is our formula ready, and once we have this formula ready, we have to use it. We have to rename it first. So what I'll do is, I'll just copy this, Control C, let me press escape, go into name manager, write a new function, refer to, Control V. Fine. And name has to be what? Sum digit, because we have used the same SUMDIGIT, sum digit. Now let me click it. Okay. I think I missed one parameter. No issues. Let me add one parameter. Press OK. So here is sum. Close. Fine. So now this is my parameter ready. So now let's do. What I need to do is, now say I have a number 56. Now let's this formula. What should the answer? Answer should come 5 plus 6, 11. SUM, sum digit, bracket open, 56. Here comes 11. Let's take another number, say 5, 6, 7, 8. And let me drag this out. And this is 26. 5 plus 6, 11. 11 plus 7, 18. 18 plus 8, 26. So this has solved our sum of digit formula. Hope you are able to understand. Let me recall this integer function again with opening notepad. Just a minute. Right. Let me open the notepad to walk you through logic again. So we have this lambda x, if x is greater than 0, x minus integer of x by 10 into 10, like 123 minus 120 plus some digit int of x by 10. So whenever 123, it will send 12, then it will send 1, and it will be keep doing it for you. Fine. So this is how we can use the lambda for sum of digit. Now tell me how you will use the lambda functions. So write in the comment if you have a specific idea how you want to use lambda or recursive lambda. Remember one thing, you can use it in time series, you can use it for say economic order quantity calculations. As an engineer, you can use in pump curves. So there are many ways you can use this recursive lambda functions and recursive lambdas. So you can do it without VBA, but I will still recommend that you start learning VBA also. This will give you a programming experience. This will give you how to develop logics. Fine. So this was about the introduction part of Lambda. Remember, Lambda is a new function and lots of things will be coming up. So I request you, if you have any questions, please ask in the website. Please ask your questions in the comment. That will be great and I will be happy to solve your problem. Thank you very much.